Some events are so strange, they sound like fiction. But every story in this series really happened. Welcome to Episode 2 of World's Strangest Events. Imagine walking through a peaceful medieval town. Merchants are selling food, children laugh in the streets, church bells echo through the air. Everything feels perfectly ordinary. Then, without warning, a woman steps into the middle of the street. She begins to dance. At first, people smile, thinking she's celebrating, but the music never started, and she doesn't stop. Minutes turn into hours. Hours turn into an entire day. Her feet keep moving until they bleed. This wasn't a performance. According to historical records, it was the beginning of one of history's greatest mysteries, the Dancing Plague of 1518. The city was Strasbourg, part of the Holy Roman Empire in what is now France. Life there was far from easy. Many families struggled with hunger, disease, and poverty. People were deeply religious, and many believed unexplained events were signs of divine punishment or supernatural forces. In July 1518, a woman known as Frau Trophea reportedly stepped into the street and began dancing without any obvious reason. She danced for hours. When night arrived, she was still dancing. The next morning, she continued. Her family tried to stop her. Neighbors begged her to rest, but nothing worked. Soon something even stranger happened. Other people began dancing too. One became 5, 5 became 20. Within days, the streets were filled with exhausted men and women dancing uncontrollably. Some cried while they danced. Some begged for help. Others collapsed from complete exhaustion, only to rise and continue moving. Doctors examined the dancers, but they found no clear disease. Without understanding the cause, local authorities reached a shocking conclusion. They believed the dancers simply needed to finish dancing. Instead of stopping them, they hired musicians. Wooden stages were built. Professional performers were brought in to keep the dancers moving. The plan only seemed to make the situation worse. More people joined. The streets became scenes of confusion and fear. Families watched helplessly as loved ones danced day after day. No one knew how to stop it. As weeks passed, the strange outbreak slowly began to disappear. Some dancers were taken to a nearby shrine dedicated to Saint Vitus, where prayers and religious rituals were performed. Gradually, the dancing came to an end, but the mystery remained. What really happened in Strasbourg? For centuries, historians and scientists have searched for an answer. One theory suggests the people suffered from mass psychogenic illness, a rare phenomenon in which extreme stress spreads physical symptoms through a community without a contagious disease. At the time, the people of Strasbourg faced famine, disease, uncertainty, and constant fear. Some researchers believe that overwhelming psychological stress may have triggered the strange behavior. Another theory involves ergot, a fungus that can grow on rye and produce chemicals capable of causing hallucinations. However, many experts doubt this explanation because the dancers reportedly continued moving for far too long, something ergot poisoning alone would struggle to explain. Others believe the event was shaped by powerful religious beliefs. Many people at the time feared curses and the wrath of Saint Vitus, who was associated in local tradition with uncontrollable dancing. Whether fear itself played a role remains a subject of debate. More than 500 years later, no one can say with complete certainty why the dancing plague happened. Perhaps it was psychology, perhaps it was culture, perhaps it was several factors working together. Whatever the answer, the records remain one of history's most unusual accounts of human behavior. The streets of Strasbourg are peaceful today. Visitors walk through the city without realizing that centuries ago, those same streets witnessed an event that still puzzles historians around the world. The dancing plague reminds us that history is filled with mysteries that science has not completely solved. Sometimes, the strangest stories are also the most human. History is stranger than fiction. And this was just one of the world's strangest events. I'll see you in the next episode.